Hello, 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 YouTube. How are you guys doing today on Feel Good Friday? We made it to the end of the week. We've made it. So, Fridays are a big deal here on Real Talk Therapy 101 with your girl, Ebony. If you're new, welcome to the channel. I want to encourage you and ask you to please go back, catch up with us. Usually on Mondays, I give the spiel of who I am, where I'm from, what my credentials are, what I do for a living, and then some cute little fun stuff about me throughout the week. But the purpose of the channel is for us to go on our mental health journey, our mental health walk, our mental health wellness, whatever you want to call it, to get yourself in a place where you can move from one stuck avenue to another. Again, I want to thank everybody that reached out and are continuing to reach out to me. And I thank you guys for bearing with the sinus, the congestion, the watery eyes, irritated. It happens to your girl at least 2 to 3 times a year, usually in a change of a season. But this time it actually had me down last week. And so we didn't get to maneuver through last week like we wanted to. But that's okay, because here on Real Talk, we do it the real way. We're going to pick up and make up for that. But this week, we've been talking about fear. Not fear in the normal sense of the definition, so much as fear being an acronym for facing everything and recovering, whether it's through substance or a mental health issue. We know that with mental health, you can relapse just like you can with any other type of addiction. And so we'll talk more on those things. And here on the channel, we also use music, cartoons, movies, real life scenarios. I am careful not to mention names. And I talk about things from my experience. So again, there's always other ways to look at it, and there's always other ways to get around it. We just have to learn what those ways are. And we call those coping skills, strategies, new techniques, whatever it is you want to implement. Remember, implement is a fancy word for begin to use, so that you can get from where you're stuck at mentally to the place where you're trying to go. Mentally, we need to heal. Just like if you had a physical wound, it has to heal. But we have to do the work or know where to go to get that work done. Also here on the channel, we have a custom-made t-shirt that I feature on Fridays. We have a business feature, and I'm real excited about the feature that I'm going to be doing today. A really good childhood friend of mine who has become a real estate mogul in her own right up in the Raleigh-Durham area, and I will be providing some information on her ventures and how to get in touch with her. If you're ready to purchase that new home, get with her. She can consult you. She can help you. She can, she's just, she's amazing with it. And she is one of the realest people I know. So I'll talk a little bit about her towards the end and provide some information at the end of the video. We stayed with the same design this week. I just did different shirts and different what you call this stuff? Vinyl to make the shirt. But it says fear, Real Talk Therapy 101, face everything and recover. We're going to bring this thing on home today. So, as I get back into my my little space and spot up, we're carrying the same Coach bag, y'all, because it has the same colors, same stuff. Plus, you guys know, going through house renovations, and so stuff is out of place right now. But you'll begin to know when it's back, because I'll start pulling more things out. So if you're new to the channel as well, my husband and I make t-shirts, so you're more than welcome to order one of the custom-made shirts that you see me wear, or you can order your own custom-made shirt. The website will be up and running by the first of the year. So many big things coming down for the channel. But I also wanted to show you guys my Coach jewelry box that my boys got me for Christmas. I don't know how many years ago, but it's very, very handy. You see all my little bracelets and different stuff in here. My wedding rings, when I take them off, they go in here. And like I said, Coach has so many different accessories and so many different things that I literally OD on when it comes to things that I want from there. And let's see, so our shoes for the day are the what do you call these things? Air Force Ones with the colors from the shirt in there. So that's another thing that we do here on the channel. I have a slight addiction to the brand Coach, and so I'll share a Coach bag of the day as well as kicks of the day. So far, you guys have noticed that I do wear a lot of Nike. I'm getting into New Balance. They are back and are pretty comfortable. But you'll see some changes, coming up with your girl here shortly. So, it's Feel Good Friday. We've been talking about all different types of fears and how to face those fears. We've been talking about recovering from those things that have been holding us hostage or keeping us victim to things that we're trying to move past, whether it's a relationship, if it's social anxiety, whether you have been depressed and you don't know how to deal with your depression. Next week we're going to be talking about depression a lot moving through the holidays, what it can cause for you, how to recognize if you're having a relapse in depression or anxiety and what those things look like, because a lot of times you associate relapse with someone that has a drug or substance addiction. But any addiction is prone to relapse, and any mental health disorder has symptoms that are prone to relapse. Guys, the reality of it is that it happens. And with the upcoming holiday, we know that Christmas is around the corner. We're going to be celebrating it without some loved ones. Some of those wounds are going to be fresh. Some of them may be old and you've learned some ways before, but now you're kind of relapsing back into how you feel. So we're going to talk about grief and depression in the upcoming weeks. But we talk about it in a way of dealing with it that relates to you. We're all unique. So early on in the channel, I talk about us all being created individually. We're all uniquely made. You were designed and developed for a purpose. And until you start doing the work on yourself, you will never understand what your purpose is in life. A lot of people get stuck in their individual roles. I'm a mom, so I can't do anything outside of mom activities. No, mom, you've got to factor in some self-care. You've got to find a support and a network of people that you trust to be able to watch these kids for a little while so you don't go insane. I'm a girlfriend. I have these friends or whatever. So not in the dating sense, but my girlfriend, we go out to eat. And I use the term good girlfriend or sister. Being in a sorority, you'll hear me say soror, but just we need people that we can just unwind with, but you have to make sure that these people are safe. You don't want to be pouring into a vessel that has a hole in it. So if you know that somebody has a reputation for repeating what is told to them, 9 times out of 10, you can be messy and tell them whatever you want to tell them because you know it's going to get repeated. Or you can be careful and find you someone that is trustworthy, that you can talk to about what you have going on. And my recommendation has always been, find you a professional. Go and have a conversation. Look at mental health as me going to talk to somebody once a week, once every other week, once a month about all the things that are weighing me down so that I don't have to be afraid fearfully of these things anymore. But now I can attack it with facing everything and recovering. There's always a positive way to look at something. And here on this channel, that's what your girl opts to look at. There has to be a better way. I refuse to believe that the things that have happened to me is the only thing that's going to define me for the rest of my life. I refuse to believe that the shortcomings and the places where I fell short, that I can't get up, dust myself off, and start creating a new beat, a new drum for me to walk to. I refuse to believe that I got to be stuck out here in uncharted waters, not knowing which way to go, and there's nobody out there that I can call on to help me. I refuse to believe that where I am now in life. And I want you guys to refuse to believe that, because you have the resources right there in front of you sometimes, but you have to be willing to use them. Remember, damsels are not in distress anymore. Ladies, we're no longer in distress. We are helping those that cause us distress. We are out here on a mission to be the damsel that is no longer in distress, but the one that is helping you to recover. A lot of times when we are down in the pits of whatever is going on with us, I have found this to be true, that instead of focusing on my sadness, shortcomings, or whatever it is I got going on, instead of that being the main focus for me, if I get up and find something to do that helps someone else, I'm usually given the tools and resources to help me through whatever it is I'm going through. There is no way we can help anybody if we don't help ourselves. So don't be afraid of what society, your friends, your family, whoever saw you in a certain light and they are not trying to see you past that light. Later for them. You got growing to do. And remember, talking about growing pains, you can't fear losing friendships. You can't fear some of your family relationships falling by the wayside. You can't fear failing. Because remember, failing is an option. Nobody likes to talk about that, but failing is an option. Either you're going to get it or you're not. And if you don't get it, you fail. And if you failed, try it again. If it's what you really want to do. A lot of y'all keep trying to do stuff and failing because it's not what you want to do. It's what people have told you should do. No. You know, and in one of these videos I talked about switching jobs one day with my husband. You know, he thinks that providing behavioral health and talking to people for a living and helping them and assisting them with things is easier than working at a daycare center. I beg to differ. But I guarantee you, I will continue to sit on this side of occupation rather than go on that side. He's amazing with these kids that he worked with on a daily basis. And I look at him in awe at what he can do, but I know I'm not built for that right now. I'm not equipped for that right now. So I wouldn't go out here and quit my day job to go work at a daycare center where I have no experience. I don't think I have the patience. I'm not sure that I can do the work. There may be something at the daycare that I might be good at, but I know my limits. Remember, we talked about knowing your limitations and knowing those things that you want to work on and those things that you want to do. Now it's time for you to do the work. Now, if I had to go work somewhere that I don't have any experience, I have adopted the attitude of humbling myself so I can be trained, so I can learn what to do. We can't keep walking into situations thinking that we know when we don't know. And it's okay to say you don't know. I work with some colleagues who will lie about doing something rather than say, you know, I didn't do it, or I didn't know that, or I'm learning that. It's okay to be vulnerable, because you would rather go ahead and express what you don't know than for it to be uncovered. You know, the covers are pulled back. That's a cliche. When they pull the covers, ain't no telling what you're going to see. And when you start thinking about that in a literal sense, you don't know how people sleep. Some people might sleep full-fledged, stark naked. So if you pull the covers back, you get ready to see some stuff that you didn't even know you were going to see. So if you know that when you're under your mess, you're uncovered, go ahead and uncover it so you can take a piece, uncover it a piece at a time, so you can expose what you want exposed without it having to be exposed, because then now you're sitting around resenting people. Accountability feels like an attack when you haven't done what you were supposed to do. At some stages in adulthood, you know, in early adulthood, I can halfway deal with excuses more so than middle and late adulthood. And one of the most challenging things that has come upon me and working in this field and really working on any job is being the younger person over individuals that are either older than me or maybe more experienced than I am on paper. And it's hard for those folks to humble themselves and learn something because they're so caught up in their degrees. Y'all know, because we moving around, with my degrees once sat back here, one behind the other, not even in a degree frame or none of that. Now, don't get it twisted. They're pieces of paper that I worked hard to earn, but they're still pieces of paper. Those degrees didn't give me the experience to go out here and know how and what to do when I'm on a job. What gave me that was my work ethic, my ability to be trained, my ability to read and go out here and learn these things on my own, my ability to do research and know what's right and what's wrong, my ability and my hustle to want to be good at whatever I'm getting ready to put my hands on and do. I don't necessarily have to be the best. I don't necessarily have to be the greatest. But for my standards, for me, I'm going to learn because I've been on jobs and in situations where people won't train you because they are inferior when you walk through the door, don't know nothing about you. All they know is what they've heard. And then they start thinking, oh, this one here to take my job. So when I was in these supervisory roles, it was the fear of not wanting to create conflict in here with these people. I'm just not getting to meet them. But shoot, later on, only to find out the conflict was them. They were bringing the conflict. I'm new here. So on a new job, I don't come to make friends. I already got those. I ain't come here to be in a relationship. I'm married. I didn't come here to outshine anybody else. I have my own light. I didn't come here to take anybody else's position. I came for the one that I received, that I applied for, and I earned. People don't get that when you're confident and when you're quiet. So when you first start dealing with folks, I want to encourage you to be quiet and learn the folks and things around you, because I've been in those situations. And it does not help, it's not a team effort when you're doing anything on a job and it's work and teammate related. But when it's a relationship, same thing. You guys are a team, whether it's girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, husband, partner, whatever. Once you decide to combine with an individual, you guys are now a team. And it's hard when you don't take the time to know the individual that's your teammate. Some people are on the same team but are at odds with one another. And that's crazy. How can you be in competition with your teammate? I don't understand. Geographer, they made a song and it's called Wake You Up. And in the lyrics, it's talking about a relationship that's going sour. The man is singing to the woman and he's just saying, look, I want to still be together, but you're telling me you don't, but you're fighting against me, and we're together. And he says, to her, you were made to run, or you were made to fly, and I was made to run. No one has it all. So each individual person makes up what's needed to bring to the table, whether it's a negotiation or job or relationship or whatever. We bring our individuality to this table to be combined with the individuality of our partner or our coworkers or our committee members or our neighbors or whatever it might be, church members, family. We're all different. And we're different because we bring something unique to those things. So don't be afraid, fear in the literal sense. Don't be afraid of who you are, but face it. Face everything and recover. This is who I am. And if I have work to do, I'm going to do the work on me and stop trying to point the finger and blame this one and blame that one. Own it. So in facing everything and recovering, you've got to own that it's some stuff you got to face and recover from. Own it. If you feel attacked, it's on you. You're an adult. You spill the milk, don't walk over it, and expect somebody else to clean up your mess. That's the thing. Face it and recover. I spilled the milk, and if I got to get down here for 15 minutes and clean up this spilt milk, that's what I'm going to do. If somebody comes along and they see me down here cleaning up this spilt milk and they want to help, I'm no longer prideful to say, nah, I got it. Milk everywhere. But I'm saying I got it. No, I'm going to look up. You offer help? Sure, if you don't mind. You know what I'm saying? You got to get over yourself in order to find yourself and make it where you need to go. Now, like I said, with pride, and I still work with it myself too, I'm only going to ask probably a handful of people if I need something. And I'm working on it. And even when stuff is offered to me, I don't always accept it because I'm still leery on where is it coming from. But if I can get out of my own head and accept the help, no matter what the motive is, to get the thing done that needs to be done, then that's all that matters. So we have to be able to face those things, face them and recover, deal with it head on, because you don't want anybody else out here trying to tell your story for you or trying to create something for you that you're already dealing with enough. So quit giving people snippets of your life and work these things out. And another thing, stop asking people for advice that you do not intend to take. That bugs me more than anything. Don't call me and take 30 minutes of my time and ask me what I think about something or how you should do something. Then when I tell you, you go off and do what you want to do anyway. Y'all, not y'all, not y'all, but them people gonna quit wasting my time. I don't have it to waste anymore. I'm on a mission that's bigger than anything I've ever dreamed, and I'm here for every minute of it. And I'm thankful for all of you that are helping make my dream come true. I still need to meet Lil Wayne. I still want to get linked up with Coach. So if anybody out there has, y'all got some connections, hook a sister up. I'm up and coming, but I'm as real as it get with this thing. And I want to see everybody win. I truly do. I want to see everybody happy. I want to see everybody in a good space. And I want to see everybody finding ways to deal with trauma, drama, because that stuff is going to come. It's a part of life. In the Bible, there's a verse in either 1st or 2nd Peter that says, "Beloved, think it not strange. These things have to happen before Christ can return to the earth." A lot of things have to happen. And if you are a Bible connoisseur, and here on the channel, the only time I will talk about, a specific religion, when I'm providing services, I do not, because it's unethical. So I do not bring up anything about me. The purpose is to help that individual. But here on the channel, when I'm talking about things, my Christian beliefs, I may use some of those as interventions. And so I encourage you, whatever your spiritual belief may be, whatever your higher power is, your most high, your God, your whatever it is, I support you in your belief, and I encourage you sometimes to depend on your higher power to help you with some of these things. But the Bible tells me that, beloved, think it not strange. When I look at the news now, I don't get all bent out of shape like I used to, because this stuff has to happen if I believe spiritually what the Bible says. And so, you got to remember, stuff is going to come. There's no picture king, happy-go-lucky, happily, ever after. You have to create that for yourself. It has to look how you need it to look. It's not going to look like the movies or TV. It's what you created to look. So if you haven't already done so, please subscribe, share, comment, and let me know, ways we can improve the channel, different things we can do, topics that will be upcoming. And I thank you all. We are having a drawing, and we're looking at the comments that are made. and different things to choose a winner for our December giveaway. So please make sure, you participate in that manner. And if you're a new subscriber, just drop me a comment and let me know. Thank you so much for this Feel. So before I close out on Feel Good Friday, I would like to introduce you guys to a very special friend of mine. Her name is Madonna Moore. She's a broker associate, Home with Madonna. Oh man, she's doing amazing things. And I know it's blurred and you can't really, that's even more awful. You can't really see, but I am going to have this up. She's in the Raleigh-Durham area, and every year my girl sends a Christmas card. Her baby is our nephew, and he's getting so big. She is, like I said, one of the realest people that I know and love. And so in her card this year, she let us know some exciting news. And so I'm going to share it with you guys. And she says, when I am not driving Freddie to his rock star appearances or working as a room mom to his kindergarten class, I am the director of real estate at the Durham Community Land Trustees. We advocate for affordable housing in the area, and it is very fulfilling work. I have also started a real estate team at Expo Realty where I am actively pursuing sales again since Freddie is now attending Big Boy School. Help my business this year. Put a calendar on your fridge and call me when you and your friends need to buy or sell real estate. So she's in the Raleigh-Durham area. I'm going to have her information following this video. You guys, check my girl out. She will make it happen. I don't know how she makes it happen, but I know that she makes it happen. So if you're in that area and you're looking for affordable housing, please contact Miss Madonna Moore. Thank you so much for stopping by Real Talk Therapy 101 with your girl Ebony. Do something for your self-care this weekend. Be safe. Handle your handles, mind your business, and you'll be good to go. And I'll see you guys next week. Take care and come back. All right. Bye.